Well, Lucas and I rolling around in Sydney today doing some testing with another vehicle, completely unrelated to this one that you can see in front of you, but just out the front of Officeworks in Sydney. This is the MG4, clearly a prototype, clearly masked up, clearly with a lot of testing equipment on it as well. If you can see inside, MG have still got all of their telemetry in there. There's screens and computers and keyboards. There's all sorts of stuff going on. This is effectively, just in case you're wondering how big it is, probably a Corolla size. So it's a little bit bigger than a Corolla in terms of the wheelbase and the height and the width. So that indicates to us that it's probably got a little bit more room inside the cabin, but physically outside, it's about as big as a Corolla. I think it looks really good, even though it's camouflaged. I think the proportions of it and the general styling look really good. Obviously, it won't be hitting the market with those wheels on, that's fair to say. And excuse our high-tech recording here. I'm using an iPhone to record audio. Lucas is using an iPhone to record video. As always, tell us what you think about this. Send us in an email, let us know what you think. I reckon this car's going to work in Australia. We don't really know a lot about the pricing and specification. We think, based on what we've seen from pricing in Europe, that this could be around that $50,000 mark, which is about right for electric vehicles in Australia at the moment. We don't know a lot about spec. There are two battery packs available overseas. There's a regular range and a long range. The regular's around that 350 kilometre mark. That'll work, obviously, and that'll work for buyers in the city, but the longer range battery pack, I think that's a 64 kilowatt hour battery pack as he trips over. I think that's a 64 kilowatt hour battery pack. That'll work really well for buyers who want to get out of the city. But as I said, let us know what you think of the styling particularly, because I think this looks good. And having seen it now, we've seen photos of it, but having seen it now out here in a car park with other cars driving around, as a Corolla goes past in the background there, which is about the same size, I think it actually looks really good. The styling of it's great. And I like the fact that manufacturers are doing electric vehicles that aren't necessarily an SUV. So here it is, new MG4 electric vehicle coming to Australia in 2023. We're looking forward to test driving it on local roads.